Spring training is on the horizon. In this edition of the Daily Bases, we look at some of the most pressing questions facing the Padres over the next month. Yes, the Padres built a 5-deep rotation by trading for Joe Musgrove, Blake Snell, and Yu Darvish over the offseason, but it leaves some fun question marks as to what happens to the Padres' 3 21-year-old stud left-handers, Mackenzie Gore, Ryan Weathers, and Adrian Morejon. All 3 of those guys are going to enter camp as starting pitchers. I think the Padres are playing it safe that way, making sure that their starting five's healthy, specifically to Dinelson Lamet. But as camp progresses, I think you can see a couple of those guys potentially shift to the bullpen. The Padres have made it very clear that Mackenzie Gore will not be that guy. They're going to use him in a starting capacity, but it's very possible Adrian Morejon reverts to that kind of middle innings. I mean, he can eat up innings, he can get lefties out, he can do a lot of different things. Ryan Weathers, to me, is probably the most interesting of the bunch in terms of this question. I think he could benefit from some time in the minor leagues as a starting pitcher, but he could also potentially help the middle innings for the Padres in the bullpen right now. It's the best Padres offense, at least of this century, potentially the best Padres offense of all time, but it leaves some serious question marks as to how they divvy up playing time for some of those final remaining places in the lineup. Right now, Jake Cronenworth and Ha-Sung Kim are ticketed to share time at second base. You could potentially see a platoon there. But there's not much other time to go around in the infield with Fernando Tatis Jr. at short, Manny Machado at third, Eric Hosmer at first. So it's very possible that one or both of those guys sees time in the outfield during spring training just to give them a little bit more versatility in what's already an extremely useful skill set. The Padres have yet to make a major move to upgrade their bullpen this winter, and as things stand, the presence of Jose Castillo and Austin Adams seems to be a big reason why. Right now, Emilio Pagan and Drew Pomeranz would shift to cover the closer role in tandem, but that leaves some high-leverage spots in the middle innings open, and the Padres are hopeful that Castillo and Adams could potentially fill those roles. Now, Castillo and Adams are both coming off injuries, and they both have question marks about whether they can elevate their game to what their elite stuff would potentially allow them to be. If they can do so, or if they can show that glimpse of themselves during spring training, I think the Padres feel they're in good shape. If they don't reach those heights, or if any of the injury concerns flare up, that tells the Padres they might need to go out and make a move. Is it too early to look ahead to opening day? Nah, it's never too early to do that. As things stand, the Padres have set themselves up for a really, really fun opening day starter race, and considering some of the guys they've thrown out there in recent seasons, it's a stark upgrade. Blake Snell, Yu Darvish, Dinelson Lamet, who you got? I think right now if Dinelson Lamet can prove that he's healthy, he was the ace last year, he's earned that opportunity, but he's got a former Cy Young Award winner and a guy who finished second last year. It's a embarrassment of riches in this Padres rotation right now. I'm AJ Cassavell. For all your baseball news, be sure to visit MLB.com and watch MLB Network.